World 1 went pretty well. I don't think that's going to quite happen for World 2. But before I even get there, let's talk to you. Yeah. Oh. No, there's just a coin that kind of appears in the woods. I thought he gave you one. I don't know. Well, whatever. Let's get over to the dice house and get on to the second island. Pretty good track once again in here, but I don't think I'm going to be hanging around long enough to hear most of it. Sure did. I mean, the fact that I got through each one of them without dying at all was kind of surprising. I don't think that's going to quite happen in the second island. We'll see. Maybe I'll get very lucky again. Oh yeah, this cutscene I remember being the one that really convinced me that Elder Kettle was going to be the final boss in some sort of third act twist. I mean, is that going to happen? Well, I said in the first episode, the plot is not that important. Besides, I don't really know. Taking after 30s cartoons, does that sort of thing happen very often in those? Who knows? Well, somebody who's actually watched some of the cartoons. I don't know, I just play the video games. Look, I'm a video game man, not a cartoon man. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Well, talk to you first. Because, yeah, I do need that upgrade. Not right now, but eventually. Going to be pretty bad if I just walk past the dude without ever talking to him. But I think the first dude to fight here probably going to be Beppy. Beppy the Clown. This is one of those bosses that I think, for a lot of people that played this game, was a pretty big hurdle to overcome. Let's see how it goes here. As always, I have practiced these again, but it's still... That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm... Oh, boy. That I'm going to be, like... Yeah, really first trying these in the same way. Well, yeah, there we go. That's nice, at least. Man, especially without the smoke bomb, you know, invincibility while dashing is what that does. It's like, that's gonna make some parts of this somewhat difficult. Somewhat difficult. I mean, as long as I play it somewhat safe, it should be okay. Does have spikes on it. I do believe the end of the roller coaster does hurt you, but yeah, whatever. I got lucky. Okay, you know what? Let's just... Those dogs are not very tough, but I'm still just worried that I'm going to get hit there anyway. And this should be the easiest part of this fight. Not that it stopped me from getting hit a lot anyway. Well, anyway. 1 hit point left. I mean, hey, all it takes is 1 hit point to be able to win, after all. Okay, come on now. Wow, really? That's usually I'm pretty good at getting the parry on there. Oh well. Think of it like this. I took some pretty bad damage early on. Now's when I can make up for that. Just because the pea shooter does hit over me pretty well, that doesn't mean that it always hits those ducks if I just jump up, as you can see several times. Example there. Which is why I'm a little bit worried. As long as they're not going to be dropping light bulbs on me, I should be okay, though. Good. Much, much nicer already. Come on, it's the tip of the roller coaster. Oh, wow, really? You're right. As one came out at look, it's fine. Yeah, it should be a safe way to get parries, and parries is a good way to fill up your super meter. It's just I don't know. Like This is going badly. Oh boy. Actually that worked out okay. As much as I would like to go for the parry there, it's like I am way more dedicated to trying to get a whole bunch of damage in on this first. Actually, that was perfect. He shouldn't have that much health in that particular phase, but I don't know. It was I still failed it anyway. I guess that's the only way to say it, right? Alright, come on. This one can be pretty easy if the game wants to let it be. I mean, especially because, you know, with the smoke bomb, I could be able to deal with, Oh, what? Oh, no! It doesn't... that penguin doesn't always go far enough to hit you on the side there if you just use the super like that. I just got super unlucky. That is too bad. Oh, that would have easily been a win, too, because... Whoa. That would have easily been a win. There is like a certain RNG component that comes up with a lot of these fights after all. Sometimes you just never know how far like the projectiles are going to go and everything like that. Or which duck is going to happen to be carrying a light bulb at whatever time. Okay then, that was close. Worked out okay, but it was close. Got it. Okay, come on now. It's a lot of very close calls here. It's Dead Cells in that style now, isn't it? Where it's a game just made up of constantly getting through by a hair's breadth. Okay, as much as I would like to get underneath the donkey there, I think that I would take damage if I attempted that. Come on. Now I'm missing one bullet, but I also don't want to move. Good. Ah, I freaked out, and that was my failure. That's how that goes, though. Anyway, this should probably be enough to hit him. Yeah, good. Good and good. And one more parry to make sure that I'm going to be prepared for the final phase. Because it's not that bad at the final phase here, but he does have quite a bit of health. Like, you might think that you're going to be a lot safer if you just kind of get like some concentrated fire on the dude. That is not the case. As it is, though, this is again that whole thing where spread really comes out pretty nice. And then the ear. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you want to do that. It's sometimes questionable as to if the penguin is actually going to get in the right position for it or not. Usually it doesn't get far enough over for you to be hit there if you just let yourself fall off of the platforms, but it did. It didn't. It do. All right. Hey, A minus ain't too bad. I will take that. All right. Well, that's one of the big roadblocks. Should I just go do the other one right now? I think I can. It'll be at least moderately easier to go through the rest of the world then. Yeah, let's try it out. Worst comes to worst, I'll go do a couple of the other bosses, but Grim Matchstick, which feels like a reference to Mega Man 2? It's got a very similar sort of arena and everything, but I don't know if it's quite the exact... That's exactly what they were going for. Very cute character. I like him. However, very tough character. So, that's fun. Again, that whole thing where it's just like, really make sure that you're paying attention to... that's very bad. Make sure you're paying attention to all parts of the screen here, because... you gotta hit underneath... Because, yeah, like the whole thing where it's like that tail hits underneath you, he's gonna catch you unawares. Several times, I would say. This phase, additionally, it's like you gotta do this platforming while also actually hitting characters. Well, paying attention to characters. I suppose you're not really hitting them, they're trying to hit you. Also, the clouds don't go as far down as you'd like them to. And by the way, that one flame that did have a little hat on, yeah, that dude, oh, great. Yeah, that dude will hit you with his big hat. That is still a hitbox, which is super cool, and I always love to see that. Ah. Come on. If you... Yeah, if you can... how close was I? I was actually just right there. I mean, well, you know, one bad hit at the start there did kind of mess me up. Only opportunity for parries, by the way, right here. So, prepare for that. Come on. Yeah, the clouds being somewhat randomized makes it kind of difficult to, you know, makes it a fresh experience every time, I suppose you could say, if you want to be charitable. I don't. I would say it's annoyingly RNG-based. Come on. Oh, I actually wasn't at full capacity there. Now I am. I don't know if I want to save it for the second phase because the fireballs will hit you pretty easily after you get out of the super. Far enough away, they jump pretty high. Okay. Come on, I got this, I got this. Try to take advantage of as many hits as possible. But yeah, I can imagine, I remember that a lot of the playthroughs that I saw, it's like, it's kind of rough, the idea that you got to pay attention to being on top of clouds at the same time that you are also paying attention to the little fires down there. Those guys are, I mean, they're adorable, don't get me wrong, but they're also rough. And this section is just, oh man, I think that more than anything else in this fight, this part took me the longest to really learn. Just because for whatever reason, the fireballs are... Faster? Okay. The fireballs are difficult to dodge, I don't know. And also the whole thing where they explode into extra fiery fireballs is, when you hit them a few times, is difficult to deal with. Oh no! I had to be right there, didn't I? Not quite, I guess. But that was pretty close. Yeah, the fire stream is not too bad to deal with. It's just, oh boy, you gotta make sure that you're prepared for it. I usually like being on top for that, so if I'm underneath, I get kind of, panic. I suppose would be the word to say. That does not work out well for me. Good. Good. And one more for good measure. At least, like, the first couple phases ain't too bad. It's just, you know. At least give me a little bit of progress into the second phase. I do believe he does continue taking damage even after that point. I mean, I can hit him if I'm on one of the upper-ish clouds if I am ducking, but that might also accidentally, when I jump, have me just go right through the cloud, which is bad, to say the least. Yeah, that was a very bad play on my part, but thankfully I didn't actually get hit. Good. Good. Should probably... I mean, I'm in a good position here, but this is a tough phase, like I said. I mean, like, look at those fireballs, like I said. It's like they get so close to you. And also, again... oh, wow. That was very close. And also, it's like often hitting above his head, which is not great. Which is perhaps a slight bit frustrating. Yeah? Yeah, buddy. There we go. Oh, okay. Got one more going there. I'm just going to stay on it right now. Yep, I think that was a good play. One of these things where it's like one of the other shots, the roundabout, I think it's called, really does come in handy here a lot too, because it will, really, because it will hit backwards. There we go, good. Because it will hit backwards, so it's like you can kind of stay forwards while also still hitting Matchstick. It's just, I don't know, man. Either way, it ain't easy. A- though. I'll take it. Absolutely. Actually getting a couple attempts on each one of these here. And I do believe that will let me go for the next super if I really wanted to. I said this before, just like the first super you get in the game is one of the best ones, so why bother? What do you even care about getting that? I already got the best. Do I just want to go like hardest to easiest because Bonbon over here? No. Let's go with Jimmy the Great. Jimmy ain't too bad. He's a totally manageable guy. He just has a lot of phases, and if you're going for, by the way, you don't get hurt by this, just in case you didn't know. If you're going for like A rank, kind of rough, but otherwise not too bad. I think he's a perfectly manageable duder. Also, I'm super glad that first phase here, he's got several different attacks he can use, and I still got hit by the easiest one. Oh my god. That's, oh no. I am very embarrassed by that. Well, I got 3 hit points for good reason. I'm not going for best rank right now. Maybe later. No, not later. Like I said, everybody's kind of seen Cuphead and everything. Keep the series simple. Keep it simple, stupid. All right. Many phases. Jimmy's a man of many phases. I guess, having being alive for 1,000 years or something. Like the genies are usually pretty long-lived, right? It's like you get a lot of trinkets and the like to use against your enemies. Just abruptly fades into existence, which maybe not the smoothest phase change, but that's fine. All right. This is like a weirdly difficult part here because, it's like actually not too bad. Like, and it's super easy to get around the bullets. It's just, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and the freaking out about it will get you hit a lot. That's just how it happens. There we are. And by the way, speaking of things that you don't actually get hurt by, you don't actually get hurt by these hands. Jimmy cannot harm you with his giant hands. Yeah, okay. Only one hit point left, but it's just like... I was paying attention too much for the... Wow, right at the end there, right at the end. I was paying too much attention to the pyramids, didn't actually pay attention to the shots that Jimmy was doing himself. Well, hey, think about it like this. We get more opportunity to... Okay, come on now. You know what, though? I'm gonna call that one a mulligan. I can't get hit literally on the first hit there. That's absurd. All right. Here, if I get hit. Well, and I did. Again, this should be the easier thing. What I should stop doing is going up. One more try. Look, I can start... Man, this guy is supposed to be the easier of the ones. Anyway. Oh, no. What? This is... Like, I guess this is like the second. It's not the hardest, but still. It's like getting hit there is kind of embarrassing. Anyway. Yeah, this, I think, is actually prime opportunity to use bombs. If you're speed running the game, you can hit the pillar faces and get a lot more super meter, but... Once again, I'm not quite at that caliber, to say the least. I mean, you've seen how I've been playing in the last couple minutes. Yee. Alright, Jimmy, let's go. And this at least is a pretty easy phase, all things considered. Just wait until it goes for the second sine wave where they're very close to each other. Right there. And you can get by easy. Easy peasy. Alright. Still 2 HP. It's like, that's bad. Well, anyway. Yeah, that hat is such a distraction, even though it's probably not going to hit you with anything. It's the psychology of the entire deal. You know? It's also a very long phase there, comparatively, too. All right, come on. This will be a good one here. Oh, and this is the hardest of the three, from what I remember, because the actual projectile spawn are off-screen, partially. Well, at least for some of the little cat scarab things. Again, just think of it like this. You're getting to see all the parts of the phases, and also a decent amount of the death dialogue, which is usually a lot of pretty fun stuff. Every single phase has its own taunting thing. That actually worked out well. Why am I ing? Well, anyway. Got a parry there, too, so it's like we're already looking pretty good for the sarcophagus part. Guns, right there. Big boy, big damage. Might want to save that for, like, the fake Cuphead bit, but, not necessary. As far as I'm concerned, it's totally okay right now. Good. And yeah. It's a rough part. It's a rough part, this one. I think that every other phase is comparatively pretty easy. It's just... There is actually a, like, secret phase or whatever that you can do, but... There we go. That's actually a good position for... Well, it would have been a good position if it didn't move directly into my face there. Anyway. Look, 2 hit points left. I should be okay. Good and good. All right. Really now? I feel like those are some shenanigans. Come on now. It's like, it's such a slow... The fact that I got killed by that for the first death was so embarrassing, because... Oh, and there it is. Because it's such a slow-moving, simple-to-dodge projectile, too. It's just Cuphead is a game that tries to split your attention like that, and it's usually pretty successful at doing it. Yeah. Alright, let's get over to the other character that I think is going to be giving me some problems right now. Vernon Bonbon. Another character that has a lot of different potential phases at the start. It all depends on what you're going to get. But some of them are easier than others. This is actually probably one of the easier ones to get. Goes around in a square. All right, I don't have Smoke Bomb. Oh, that makes this a little bit more difficult. Because, yeah, normally I would just dash right through that. Oh, boy, I didn't even consider that. Oh, this also pretty easy one to deal with. Which, again, I'll take it. Considering that the third phase is kind of a thing. Hey! Got in the way of me trying to do the parry there. I had that parry already and queued up, and it's just like, nope, jump on the candy. Oh, and I hate this guy. He hits so in such a large area around him. And as long as I can get some concentrated fire here, should be okay. There we go. I should probably safe than sorry and all that. Now, before she actually gets her attack off. Okay, there we go. And that works. Now again, that's... Oh no, I didn't... that was so close too. It's just like, yeah, if I had the smoke bomb, I could just go right through that bit of candy, but it's like, if you don't, then problems arise. This guy is super easy as long as you just bring him in a circle. Expert mode, he gets one more little helper buddy to follow him around, which makes him significantly more difficult, but here, not too bad at all. If you try to lead him in a straight line, though, you're going to be sad. Okay, that's fine. There's one other one that's kind of rough when it comes to fighting that I would like to avoid if possible. That said, 2 free parries I will absolutely take. Okay, yeah, this is the other one that I'm not like a super huge fan of. In fact, I'm so much not a super huge fan of because it can get you... It's not difficult to dodge. All you gotta do is stay away from it, but if it gets you in the corner, that's bad. All right, come on. I don't know if you can actually parry off of the castle, especially in this phase. Maybe, but I've never really tried it too much, to be honest. Oh, the last little hit that head does when it's moving off screen is very fast. It does it a little bit faster than the other parts of the phases, and that makes it pretty annoying to try and deal with. I'm more concentrated on just avoiding getting hit right now than dealing damage. Oh, there we go. Good. Because that's a phase where I think it's not a bad to have your priorities like that. Not bad. Like, you know, -1 on each one of the meters except for time and skill. I mean, skill just means that I did it on normal mode. I think simple is 1 star, expert is 3 stars, regular is 2. All right, 1 more character left, and I think he should be pretty good. Should be pretty easy to attack. Wally Warbles, one of the better, again, one of the best tracks in the game. But yeah, we got one very difficult phase. Everything else, though, is, I'd like to say, doable. You also get a lot of parry opportunities in this fight, so Super Meter's going to be doing pretty good. At least I can only hope. We'll see. As it is, this is already a good start. Now just move up and down over and over. It looks so stressful, and yet it's really not. And I can also get one more parry here. Like maybe like one of the least effective of any of the weird ads that these bosses will bring in with them. Okay, this guy is who I'm talking about. He's got kind of a rough pattern. Oh, it's very simple and predictable. Still kind of rough. Ooh, and I will take that. Of course, it's like once you just thread yourself through the eggs, it ain't too bad at all. But still, it's one of those things that it's just like, it ain't easy the first couple times you're going in here. Trip you up quite a bit. But yeah, like I said, parries, I got them. I got a lot of them, in fact. Enough for maybe the final phase to actually get a full meter again. And this one is actually like weird in how it works, where it's like those pills are more like I'm concentrating more on dodging those pills than like anything else. Because weirdly enough, those are like the really difficult thing to get around. Well, anyway, there's a good opportunity for the bombs, finally. Hasn't really been one up until this point. So close to probably getting a perfect. Ah, dang. That's fine, though. I'll take an A. That's perfectly acceptable to me. All right, and then while I'm here, you know, I go talk to you, which is some sort of living lollipop? I don't know. Yes, look around for shortcuts. Again, an easy way to get the coin, so do it right now. And there's a bunch of stuff like this in this game. Doesn't really make too much of a difference because you need to get all the contracts regardless, but getting through there at least is going to net me a little bit of currency, which I'm happy with. Yep. Fellas, it's just me. I guess maybe Mugman is watching from the sidelines being like, hey, you go, Cuphead.